I'm so sick and tired of iPhone because every time a new iPhone come out, they want to start this tomfoolery. Let's go ahead and get through it because I'm over it. Wasn't a schnitzel, is it to the kid? Hey. Anyway, am I the a-hole for taking my son for my custody time and not his half-brother? I, 30 male, have an 8-year-old son with my ex-wife. During her second pregnancy, I was still married to her and thought the baby was mine. But then I learned she cheated and she told the other guy that he was the father. I left the marriage and filed for divorce when ex's son was born. I took a DNA test which proved I was not the father to her younger son. We also did a DNA test on my son during the divorce. He is my biological son. The divorce went through. I pay a small amount of child support to even things out at her house because I earn more money than her ex. Ex was this other guy for a few months of her son. Ex was with this other guy for a few months of her son's life, but then he was no longer around. Once he dropped out of the picture, she tried crawling back to me. No, ma'am, you cheated. Stay where you at. Thank you. She said our son was lucky to have me and she loved a dad for her second son. Sucks to suck. You could have had a dad for your second son if you didn't cheat. Let me see. I told her she better go out and find a good man and not cheat on him, period. She looked shocked. What you shocked about? I told her she was delusional. She thought I would trust her again or want to raise her son as my own after what she did. She told me it'd be better for the boys to be together always and that with a 4-year age gap, they will never know the half the stuff if she and I work together and raise them as ours. I firmly said no, yes, stand your ground, and told her she needed to focus on finding someone else if she wanted to give her son a father figure. I also agreed. 4 years on, my ex did not find someone else, and she still tries to push her son onto me. I had to bring her back to court to arrange a neutral place for us to do our exchanges of our son, because when I picked him up from her house, she would have her younger son ready and waiting to come with me. It became a problem, and she refused to stop. Try to get full custody of your son, sir, please. So I thought meeting at some location for exchanges would help. It worked for a small period of time, but then Friday, when I picked up my son for my parenting time, she brought her younger son along, and he had a bag packed and waiting to come with me. He walked over with my son, held his arms out like he wanted to be hugged and held, and said he was coming too. He looked so happy. Your ex-wife is low down. I felt bad because I was not going to bring him. I gently told him to return to his mom. Poor kid looked so confused. I left my son quickly so no fight would ensue. Ex started texting me late Friday night and all day yesterday saying I was a dick and I should have had my heart melt enough to let him come. She said I had proven to be an amazing dad to our son and she just wants the same for her son. Then you never should. Oh my God, the entitlement of this woman is making me mad. I have a shirt underneath this, chill. She told me our son wanted his brother at my house and I was an A-word for ignoring that too. I spoke to my son yesterday and he never asked for that or said he wanted it. Yeah, boy, kids do it to you every time. He was like, oh, did you want your brother there? For what? I gotta get all the snacks to myself. He did say his mom told him to say he wanted his half brother at my house too and he wanted me to be his half brother's daddy, but he didn't care. Oh my God. Dang. Ex words get to me though. Maybe because I know her son doesn't really have anyone outside of my ex and my son. My son is more into friends than his half brother. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not. Listen, sweetheart, listen to me and listen to me well. And also this story is by neat-dog-5716. Let me tell you something. She made her bed. She needs to lay in it. This is not your problem nor your priority. The a-hole here is your ex. That is not your responsibility. Yes, you are an amazing father. You're doing what you need to be doing, which I commend you for being a father, even though I shouldn't have to because it's the bare minimum of taking care of someone that you created. But your ex trying to get you to stay to take care of another child that's not yours is low down. And don't believe, trust, she will be dealt with. So medical-cat 80... medical-cat 821, my bad. said, not the a-hole. It's pretty clear that the major a-hole is your ex, who is getting half brother's hopes up without your consent. Agreed. She messed up, and I understand she wanted the best for both of her children, but she really should be telling his bio dad this, not you. I agree. Neat OP, who wrote the story, said, I told her that before. She said his bio dad would never be a good one. She told me he never had an actual interest in her son, which is why she broke up with him, etc. Then she brought up again that I was a good dad, and I rolled my eyes because she always brings that up. I pointed out she could find someone who can love him and doesn't have emotional baggage attached to his existence. Who could make him feel loved and equal to any bio kids? And I told her that could not be me. Agreed. Jamil Viper in RC said, not the a-hole, but God dog, that poor kid, that poor kid. I can't imagine what she's telling a little guy in private. He just wants love, and God dang. All I could think about is the look on this kid's face. And LP again replied, said, my guess is she told him what a good dad I am to my son and has encouraged him to approach me, talk to me, and seek the fatherly love he doesn't have for me. The fact is she's hurting him badly with that, and she knows I won't give in to her demands. Okay, someone actually is giving some points. Scorpion Snook said, not the a-hole. Take her to court for coaching your son. In some states, a GA would slam her for coaching. I don't know what a GAL is. A gal would slam her for coaching. OP said, I need more than one instance of it, but I have documented it with my lawyer, and we're going to bring it to court if we could prove it happened again. And these are my last two I'm gonna read. Dalton 402 said, not the a-hole, your ex is still not taking ownership of her cheating nor her consequences. I also agree. I picked that up too. She is trying to force you to be her second son's father. But by telling him he was going with you and his brother was cool, and I'm in no doubt she's telling you you are his father. You need to talk with your ex about this, because it can't go on, or that little boy will have issues later in life. You need to tell her the boy isn't your son, and the reason is because she cheated on you. Tell her she needs to find a father so he can have his real father in his life. OP said, I've talked to her multiple times. I even brought to her court over the issue. She does not stop and does not listen when I tell her it will not be happening. This is sad. This is really sad. My heart goes out to your son, and my heart goes out to you. And she's very manipulative, and it's very disgusting. And I wish you nothing but the best. I wish your child nothing but the best. Document it, take her behind the court, get full custody of your son so you don't have to deal with this no more, because it's utterly ridiculous and utterly disgusting. The fact that she can simply not even take accountability over the stuff that she caused, which was caused by her cheating, so that's why her son does not have a good son. That's not your responsibility, nor is it your issue. By all means, I say do what you have to do to provide for your son, and as much as that anybody that can empathize with a child that had nothing to do with the situation, still that's not your responsibility. So y'all comment down below how y'all feel. Like, comment, subscribe, because one, the snitzel is going on here. Poor kid. My heart goes out to him. Poor dad, because it's just like, man, you in a tough spot. But yeah, ET the kids signing out.